Working Cows Podcast, Episode 44.
Welcome to the podcast that gives producers a platform to discuss and share paradigm-challenging practices. Practices that have increased the effectiveness of their operation and the joy that their families have received from this lifestyle.
Howdy, everybody. Well, I guess I'm a liar. I said episode 44 would be out next week with Kit Farrow. But we're going to cut in line here with some breaking news from the Global Ag Network. And the Global Ag Network was the brainchild of Mike Pearson and Delaney Howell from Ag News Daily, and they have invited me to join the podcast with them. So I am excited about this opportunity for the Working Cows podcast to be part of a new network of podcasts that's going to be rolling out here in mid to late September. So keep your eyes peeled for that. For right now, there is a splash page up at globalagnetwork.com, but in the coming weeks, that will be being built out into a website where you can go to connect with all the different member podcasts of the Global Ag News Network. So here I'm going to share with you an interview that I did on Ag News Daily today, and it releases on Ag News Daily, and we just talk a little bit about the future of this podcast network, and I'm pretty excited about that. So here is my interview today on Ag News Daily.
Well, folks, for our Wednesday conversation, we are going to be talking to one of the podcasts that is joining the Global Ag Network that we've been talking about for the past week. Today, we are talking to Clay Conry. Clay is from western South Dakota, the town confusingly named Belle Fourche. He is a cattleman and host of the Working Cows podcast. Clay, thanks for talking to us.
Hey, thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
Now, I got to ask you right off the bat, Clay, Working Cows podcast, why'd you start it? What's the idea behind it?
Well, the tagline is to provide producers with a platform to discuss and share paradigm-challenging practices. So we're just looking at different ways of thinking, kind of out-of-the-box methods of everything that goes into raising cows, whether that's stockmanship or economics and finance or managing people. One of the early episodes of the Working Cows podcast, one of my guests said that in his mind and in his experience, the biggest barrier to success in a ranching industry, and I think that goes for farming as well, is the management of people and making sure that those transitions are in place and different things like that from one generation to the next.
Absolutely. Clay, let's take a second here and kind of peek behind the Clay Conry curtain. Tell us a little bit about your background and what you do for a living. Obviously, you are a cattleman and you work cows, but tell us some more of your background.
I have, I grew up here in western South Dakota. I was born and raised here in Belle Fourche, and we always had cows around growing up. Both my parents worked in-town jobs kind of to fund their passion to one day ranch full time, and they have both since retired in 2006 and 2008. I think they both retired, or maybe it was later, 2012. My mom retired from teaching, and now they are ranching full time. And then I spent some time away from the ranch. Went to Bible school in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, or just west of Milwaukee in Waukesha, Wisconsin. And then I came back to Belle Fourche, and I've been a pastor for coming up on 12 years in December. And I went back to work at the ranch part-time about a year ago now, and kind of just helping my parents with their transition phase of their ranching careers and different things like that. So been really enjoying the opportunity to be more involved on a day-to-day basis with the ranch.